Start verse 10.
Verse 10.
Read on.
I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day.
Today is the Lord's day. The Sabbath day. I bet you your pastors never taught you that.
Right.
I bet you the church never taught you that.
Right.
John the Revelator said he was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. Read.
And heard behind me a great voice, as of a trumpet, saying, I am Alpha and Omega.
Who is Alpha and Omega? Christ. That's Christ talking to John the Revelator. Read.
The first and the last.
Read on.
And what thou seest.
What thou what?
What thou seest.
What thou what?
What thou seest.
Christ said what you see, do what?
Write in a book.
So how the pastor gonna tell you the image of Christ is not in the Bible?
Right.
How the pastor gonna tell you nobody see what Jesus looked like?
Right.
When Christ just said what? Read it again.
What thou seest.
What you see,
Write in a book.
let's see what John saw. Let's see what John wrote about what he saw.
Bring it out.
14. Let's read that. Let's read about the truth that's gonna set us free. Read.
Verse 14. His hand.
Hold on. How you doing, family? How y'all doing? Y'all been to church before? Y'all been to church? Y'all been to church? Can I ask you a question? The image of Christ, right? Can y'all show me which one is Jesus Christ? The one, because there is no image of Christ. Hold on, my sister. Because that's a heavy thing that you said, right? That there is no image of Christ. But I want to show you out the Bible that there is. I want to show you out the Bible who your Messiah, what your Messiah look like, and why it's important to know what he looks like. Read verse 10 again.
Verse 10.
Read.
I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day.
This is John the Revelator speaking. He said he's in the Spirit on the Lord's day. Today is the Lord's day. Have you ever heard of the Sabbath, my sister? Okay, today's the Sabbath day. On the Sabbath day, God gave the Israelites his day to keep separate from every other day in the week. As a day of rest. On this day, we don't cook, we don't buy, we don't sell, we don't work. That's the laws that's been given to us by God on the Lord's day, the Sabbath day. We don't.
And heard behind me a great voice.
So John said he heard behind him a great voice. Read.
As of a trumpet. Saying, I am Alpha and Omega.
You ever heard that before? Alpha and Omega, you know who that is? Who that's talking about? Alpha and Omega? Okay, you know who that's making reference to?
No.
That's making reference to Christ. Exactly, we don't.
The first and the last. And what thou seest.
What?
What thou seest.
Nah, say that again.
What thou seest.
You see, sis? So, for Christ to tell John what you see, that means there is an image. You have to see something. He said, what you see, John, read.
Write in a book.
Right in the book. We go to show you, sis, what John saw. What John saw, verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hair.
His head and his hairs. So John saw the hair on Christ's head and the hair on his face. Read.
Were white like wool.
It was what?
White like wool.
So wool is texture. Sis, who on the earth today has hair like wool? Who has hair like wool? You know, bro? You don't know? Alright. What about you, my sister? Exactly. See that? That's the hair of your head. That's the hair of your head. That's the hair of your mother's head. That's the hair Negroes have. Blacks, Hispanics, that's the hair of so-called Negroes. That's our hair. But who had that hair? Read it again.
His head and his hairs were white like wool. As white as snow.
As white as snow. So the wool is the texture. White is the color. You understand? So Christ had woolly textured hair. The hair of Negroes. The same hair as us. His people.
Right.
Yeah. Read on.
And his eyes
read.
were as a flame of fire.
Read on.
And his feet.
His what?
His feet.
His what?
His feet.
His feet. Sis, you know why that's heavy? Because feet has flesh. Your flesh has skin color.
Right.
His feet, I can tell why. Because Christ had a robe on. So by his feet, that's what John saw. We're gonna see, according to his feet, what it looked like. Read. black man, how is it that we grew up learning this image? How is it when we see in the movies, we go on Google, whatever we look pertaining to Christ, we get shown these images? Right. How? Go to Matthew 121. I'm going to show you why, my sister. Why they never showed you Jesus Christ was a black man. Why they hid that from us in the churches, in school.
We powerful.
Exactly. You know why we powerful, sis? Well, let me ask you a question. I'm going to show you why we powerful real quick. On this sign right here, where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself according to the sign? Are you a so-called African American, West Indian? Where's your father from, sis?
He's from here.
He's from here, so you would be from the tribe of Judah. Hold on. Hold on. Cause sis, you said something heavy. You said we powerful. You know why we powerful? Because we are the Israelites. They removed from us the name of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, gave us African Americans, West Indians. You know why Judah is heavy? That's the top tribe.
Right.
That's the Christ that Jesus Christ. That's the tribe that Jesus Christ himself came from.
Right.
Judah means God's praise. Bring it out. When they see our people from the tribe of Judah, guess what? They're supposed to praise you. Why? Because the tribe of Judah is princesses according to the Bible. You understand? We're not no regular people. Read that. Hebrews 7:14.
There's a book of Hebrews, chapter 7 and verse 14.
Read.
It is evident.
It's evident. There's evidence behind what? Read.
That our Lord sprang out of Judah.
That our Lord sprang out of Judah. Hold on, sis. I hear you, but hold on. This is important. This is your salvation. All right, let me read this for you. This last one. This is all I want to read for you right here. Back to 21. Quick. Because we have to know why this was hidden from us. We have to know why we never learned this. Because let me ask you a question. You know what is the biggest reasons why our people in the Bronx, we do drugs, we alcoholics, we kill one another? Do you know why? Because of lack of self-esteem, lack of self-confidence, lack of self-love. You think if we knew that we had the same image, we look just like God, that we would be doing the things that we do to one another? Read that, Matthew 121. The book of Matthew. You said that, sister. That's a fact. Read that.
Matthew chapter 1 verse 21. Read. And she shall bring forth a son. And thou shalt call his name Jesus.
So this is talking about Jesus. Read.
For he shall save his people. He shall save his people.
No, all people.
His people.
No, white people.
His people.
Wait, whoa. It said that Christ, the black Messiah, is going to save his people. Let's see who Christ's people are. Bring it out. Matthew chapter 2 verse 6. This is the last one for you, sister. This is the last one. Because you got to know this. This is the last one. That's it. This right here.
Matthew chapter 2 and verse 6. And thou Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah.
Right.
For out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people.
Whose people?
My people.
It's talking about God's people. Read.
Israel.
No, the white man.
Israel.
No, America.
Israel.
No, Saudi Arabia.
Israel.
No, China.
That shall rule my people.
That's gonna.
Israel.
So God's people is Israel. Sis, when you leave here, you gotta know moving forward in life that y'all two are God's people. Y'all not African Americans like y'all been told. We get brought up in school learning what? Slavery every year. But you said we are powerful people. How is it that we learn slavery? How is it that we only learn that history, but we were never taught about the history of our forefathers? Right. We was never taught about how Moses saved our people out of Egypt. Right. We was never taught about the miracles that Christ did. We was never taught about any of these things. And when we do get shown these things, guess what we see? This devil right here. That's the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
When you read this Bible, you have to read it through the eyes of an Israelite. You have to read it through the eyes as if it's talking about you. Because guess what? It's talking about you. Right. It's talking about your people. It's not talking about everybody. Because God doesn't love everybody. He loves you, my sister. You understand that?
Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ bless. Scan that QR code that you will see on the screen. Because guess what? We trying to push this truth toward the four corners of the earth. Let's push this truth toward the four corners of the earth, man. Stop playing games, man.
Make sure you subscribe to all our channels. We're pushing the truth.
Make sure you subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe.
Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.